In this lecture, we are going to discuss arrays in Python. So let's begin. So what is an array? Array is a container that holds multiple values of same type. So we have the syntax. We define the name of the variable equal to the array keyword, and here we type the code of the array, like it is a signed array or unsigned array. I show you in the next slide that what are the codes that we can use for the array. And finally, we enter the elements of the array. So these are the codes that we can use to define the type of an array. Like here we have lowercase b for the signed character, the uppercase b for unsigned character. Similarly, we have different codes for different type of array. Now let's see with an example that how we can define array in Python. So to perform different operations using array, we have to import the library for the array. So how we can import? It's very simple. We type from array import asterisk, which means that it will import all the functions that are related to array. Now let's define a simple array. Array, we use the keyword array, and here first we have to insert the type of array. We have to insert the code, capital I for unsigned array, and after the comma we insert the values like 4 1 9 5 3. Now let's print array, and here we have printed out. Now for example, if I copy and paste these two lines, and here if I insert a negative number, as we have defined that this array is unsigned array, which means that we cannot insert negative numbers, but if we enter, then you can see that we will get an error. So can't convert negative value to unsigned integer. So in order to define the negative values in an array, we have to also type the correct code for the array. So the lowercase I is for the signed integers. So now if I execute these two lines, and here we have got the array. Now let's perform some basic operations on this array. If I want to print out the element on the second index, the digit 9 is on second index, 0 1 2. I can also use the for loop to iterate over the elements of this array. For C in array, print C. For P in range 5, we can print out array P. It will bring out the same result. As we have only 5 elements, if I type here 6, we get an error. So this is out of range. If I want to print out this array in reverse, I use the function reverse. If I want to append another value in this array, I use append function. Like this. And I can also remove elements from this array. I want to remove 5, print array. Now let's create a small program that takes input from the user, and it takes an array input, and it will print out the values of that array. So I create a new variable, new array equal to an empty array. I define the code, which is the signed integer and an empty array. Now I create another variable x equal to integer input, enter size of array. First we have to define the size, and now we are going to ask the user to enter the elements, enter %d elements. And what is %d? It is actually the value which is saved in X. For E in range X, E is a variable that will iterate in this range, and here I'm going to I will take input from the user, and finally new array dot append n, print new array. Now let's run this code. Enter size of array, and here I type 5. Enter 5 elements, 2, 3, -8, 4, and 1. And here we have printed out the elements. So I hope you have understood this program. So that's all for this lecture. In this lecture we have discussed array, that how we can create an array and perform some basic operations on it. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.